I'm Karen Fann. I am currently the president of the Arizona State Senate, representing Legislative District 1. Legislative District 1 is 8,000 square miles. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri. I have an older sister who had horrible allergies, and the doctor there kept saying, move to Arizona because of the dry climate. And I had a great uncle here who had a construction business that he had started back in the 50s. And he had been begging my dad to come out and start in the construction business with him. So that's why we came to Arizona. I went to school right here in Prescott for most of the time until we had a recession that hit back in the 60s. So we moved over to California for a little bit. I started working for the airlines. So when I worked for the airlines, I had the luxury of working out of LA International. I lived in Hawaii for 4 years. I was in Texas. I was in Las Vegas. Worked my way back to Phoenix. And the last airline I worked for was Braniff Airlines, and we all know Braniff's not around anymore. So hence I decided I was going to start my own business and move back here to Prescott and started my company called Arizona Highway Safety Specialist. That business is now 36 years old. I started that with $500 out of my house with doing just flagging to begin with, and now we do between $4 and $5 million a year in guardrail. We're the largest guardrail company in the state of Arizona. I am married to a wonderful man, and his name is Jim McCown. We have different last names because I've kept my maiden name of Fann. It's a little fun sometimes. We go someplace and they mention him or call him Mr. Fann. He actually works with me in the business. He had his own construction company for 20 some years, and then when he retired and wanted to get out of that, and then my business just kept getting bigger, and I said, honey, can you please come and help me with this little project? And you know, here it is 25 years later, and he's still helping me with those projects, which is basically running the business when I'm not there. You know, a lot of people ask, why do you live in Prescott? Why do you live in Arizona? Well, I just cannot imagine living anywhere else, especially because I've had that luxury of living in some other places. But as they say in The Wizard of Oz, there's no place like home. We have a lot of outdoor activities. We have a number of golf courses. I have one right outside my back door. And of course, downtown is the whole history. We were and are the first territorial capital. That's why we are District 1. So the history here is amazing. If you go along to Whiskey Row, if you go along to all of the downtown courthouse, these are the homes of Big Nose Kate, Wild Bill Hickok, all of them. This is where they hung out, is Prescott, Arizona. A lot of people ask me what got me into politics, and I'll tell you, I never thought I would be in politics, much less president of the Arizona State Senate. What happened was about 25 years ago, I was living here in Prescott, and I happened to mention shortly after I started my business, I think I'll give back to my community and serve on planning and zoning or parks and rec or something. Consequently, a few months later, while I was away on vacation and in a skiing accident, there was an opening that came up on the Prescott City Council, and my assistants at the business said, oh, she said she wanted to volunteer for something, so they put my name in for this position. And that's what started politics. A few years later, I moved to Chino Valley, which is about 8 miles north, because my business was growing so much, I needed more land, needed to build a new building. After a few years there, the Chino Valley Council contacted me and said, we have a person that has to leave early because of health reasons. I'm a council member for 8 months. Would you mind filling in? Because we had a lot of water issues going on, and that was something I had worked on for many years. And I said, okay, fine, I'll do it for 8 months. Well, I was sworn in, and about 2 months later they said, oh, by the way, we decided you need to be the next mayor of Chino Valley. So I ended up serving 3 terms as the mayor of Chino. Thought I was done with politics, but Lucy Mason was termed out, and they came to me and they said, we think you need to go down to the state and help represent all of our needs up here with rural Arizona and water. And here I am. 10 years later, I am still down at the state level. The best thing about being a senator is being able to represent your area and your community and your constituents. We have all been, if you're not involved with politics, you understand how frustrating it can be, whether you're working with government, you're trying to get something accomplished. And it's really nice to be able to be in a position where people come to you, they have a problem, they have an issue, and they say, I need some help. And I will bend over backwards to do anything and everything I can to help those people solve that problem and help their lives just a little bit easier. Keeping taxes down, keeping people in their homes, keeping families together, anything that we can do to make people's lives better, that's what being a senator or a House representative is.